Even if your world falls down, get yourself up off the ground. And since you know the pain has its own path, just be strong because pain won't last forever.
Today, are you feeling a little alone? People's true color.
Hey everybody, all you RPers out there and those with loved ones enjoying that beautiful disease we call retinitis pigmentosa, living the dream, battling the challenge every day, all day, but still finding ways to enjoy our lives. Welcome to episode 6 of the RP YouTube channel, Get Yourself Up. My name is David. By now you might know. I am the host, although not with the most. I used to teach, but I moved to the beach. I'm living the dream, if you know what I mean, regardless of dealing with defective genes. There have been times, though, when sadness I've felt. But I just keep playing the hands I've been dealt. Life does not suck. You'll eventually see. Not with MS and not with RP. This episode, Get Yourself Up, is for people with RP. I also have MS, as I say from time to time. I won the medical lottery twice. Multiple sclerosis and retinitis pigmentosa. I focus on RP for this channel, but MS just makes it a little more challenging, especially on some of the future episodes that I have planned. This episode is called that rhyme, that stupid, silly little rhyme I told you a while back. Use the cane, avoid the pain. Episode 6, Season 1. Use the cane, avoid the pain. Guess what? Our favorite bartender, Rachel, makes another appearance in this episode, so you'll get a kick out of her, at least at the beginning. And then some crazy things I have a feeling are going to happen as I make my regular Sunday trek across a really busy street and to an upscale wine bar here in Naples that is wonderful, called the Wine Loft of Naples. I'll do a commercial for them. The owners are incredible and have been very supportive of the Lighthouse of Collier, which is the organization here that helps people with visual impairments and who are blind, from babies all the way up to elderly folks. So I want to give a shout out to the Wine Loft of Naples, and we'll see how it works in the second part of this two-part episode called, again, use the pain, avoid, use the pain, use the cane, avoid the pain. Don't forget my 5 domains of happiness, which come in handy when you're trying to figure out how to battle with your day-to-day issues with retinitis pigmentosa. If you can get yourself up in these 5 domain areas, you will be good to go. I am not a medical doctor. I can't give medical advice. I'm not a lawyer. I can't give legal advice. I'm not a counselor. I can't give counseling advice. But what I can do is tell you about my life and show you the craziness that it is down here at the beach. And I moved down here knowing virtually nobody, and it's the greatest decision I've ever made. And my life is better living by myself with retinitis pigmentosa than I could have ever imagined. So I have 5 domains. Cognitive, using your brain. Emotional, that's obvious. Social, physical, and moral. Some point I'll add more. We'll talk about financial at some point, but right now I'm just sticking to those 5. Sometimes they interact, cross with each other. Use the cane, avoid the pain. Cognitive, just be smart when you're planning what you're going to do, and you'll see. I have a feeling, having made this trek many times, what I'm going to encounter, so I'm preparing my brain for that. Emotional, If things go well, it'll be great. I'll get to run into a few people that I already know, and it's always nice to see them when I do. Social, semi-social event, but I don't go to this upscale wine bar to be sociable, believe it or not. I usually just sit by myself and read the newspaper with my Amazon Kindle Paperwhite, or a book for the book club. I kind of keep to myself actually when I go to this place. Yet I know the owners of the bar, and they're wonderful, like I said. Make great donations. But that's not really why I go. Sometimes I just like alone time, and it's such a wonderful place to go on Sundays. Brunch, unlimited mimosas, unlimited Bloody Marys, Eggs Benedict. Oh, the menu is to die for. Wine Loft in Naples at Mercato. Fourth domain is physical. I will get some exercise, doing some walking today. But the main thing is use the cane, avoiding the pain, because when I've made this trek once before, I almost killed myself, literally. And I will show you when I get to that part of the video, which is after the car show. That was very, very painful. And I spent a lot of time rehabbing from that. And yeah, I could have killed myself. And of course the fifth domain is moral. In this case, what I consider the moral domain, or the moral part of it, is nothing I do. It's the fact that the owners, Michael and Sarah of the Wine Loft of Naples, are so giving and so special that they don't just look out for me and take care of me, but they have been so generous to the Lighthouse of Collier here. But again, if you're ever in Naples, that's my commercial. Go visit the Wine Loft of Naples at Mercato. You'll be glad you did. Don't forget I have an email address if you want to bring up any issues or things you want me to talk about. It's getyourselfup1@gmail.com. Use the cane, avoid the pain. I've been saying that in every episode. Well, this one is truly about using the cane, avoiding the pain. And remember, it's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. See you guys after the video.
Filming.
Okay, we're down here in beautiful Naples, Florida at the Cars on Fifth car show, looking at all the Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Porsches and things that I can't see. And what other cars have we not, or have I not seen, Roger?
Alfa Romeos, Aston Martins, Triumphs, Bentleys, Rolls-Royce,
Lotus.
bunch of Corvettes, Porsches, I think you might have already mentioned that, one or two Lotuses. Yeah, there's a lot of them, and he doesn't see any of them.
So
He can hear
we're
them.
all having a great time. But, as I always say, it's important that you get out and socialize. And I got my cane, and take somebody's elbow when you're in a crowded place like this. So I think I'll take Rachel's elbow, because it always helps to have a beautiful blonde girl as your guide as you're walking through a crowded area. That was a compliment.
Thanks, David.
So we're gonna walk for just a few seconds. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna try an experiment. I'm here at Burger King and I'm not good at doing selfies, so if it looks stupid, it looks stupid. And people are gonna look at me as I do what I'm going to do. But I'm showing you the importance again of the Cain, because you're gonna see that super busy road. Well, it doesn't look busy now because there's a red light. That I have to cross, and I want to show you a couple things as I do this. But if you look down at the ground, these are the kinds of things you trip on all the time. That's what you need the Cain for. I've been here so many times that I know what I'm looking for. So here's the curve right there. And you also know we have a habit of tripping on these things. So having a Cain comes in handy for that. Then, here's a drive-through where cars come flying through. Fortunately, that guy sees me and stops. But I actually got hit once at a McDonald's up in Georgia. Some lady flying through, and I got hit by her side mirror. So anyway, if you can see down there, this is the busy road I'm going to cross. You can see the walk light, the traffic light that I have to use to cross the street. Using my Cain. Put your left foot down, Cain goes to the right. Put my right foot down, Cain goes to the left. And I'm sweeping it across the sidewalk. Can do the tapping technique that I just switched to, but I don't like doing that as much. See how that car just backed up? That was really nice of him to do. You will see, because he saw my Cain. He was courteous and backed up. And this guy that just went cruising by on his little beach buggy, I don't know if he was courteous or he just figured he had enough room and could go flying by. Where I am headed is Whole Foods, which is right over there, which actually isn't my final destination, but it goes along with one of the other episodes that I talked about. He crossed, so by the time I get here, people are always walking their dogs around the neighborhood. By the time I get here, the light will already have changed. So I will have to wait. I don't know if you can see the traffic light over there in this shot or not. I can see that it's red. My camera jiggles, by the way, that's an MS tremor. But we're just gonna sit here and wait for a minute.
I'm gonna go across.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a while before it turns again.
Yeah,
so.
it will be.
I'm filming a video for people that have the same eye disease that I have.
Oh yeah?
And I'm showing them the challenges of getting over to Mercado. That the fact that if I wanted to go to Whole Foods, that there's no walkway from here over there. And so you have to walk all the way through. It's like an extra quarter of a mile because they have a sidewalk just to get over there, which makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
And so I'm pointing that out, not to Collier County or Naples, Florida, but just to say some of the challenges that we have. So I'm going to press the button.
I did, yeah.
You already pressed it?
I did it, but it didn't hurt. So what eye disease do you have?
It's called Retinitis Pigmentosa.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
You're familiar with that?
Well, I'm involved with the Bucks County Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Oh, imagine running in
world,
the...
huh?
And I can't make this stuff up, people. What are the chances? I'm David, by the way.
Glenn Beasley, by the way.
You're who?
Glenn
Glenn.
Beasley. Nice to meet
Glenn,
you, David.
Glenn Beasley. I just met a new guy. All right, awesome.
Yeah, we serve Bucks County, which has about 3/4 of a million people, and
Butts County?
Yeah, in Pennsylvania. It's
In
north,
Pennsylvania,
just
okay.
north of Philadelphia.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we were.
Eagles fan then?
Well, yeah, I had my shirt and I forgot to put it on.
Celebrating that the Eagles just won the Super Bowl last week, so yeah. Awesome for you guys. Okay.
We can go
The
down.
light just turned.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cross.
How much can you see now?
I can see the walk light. I can see that I'm not even in the walk lane. That's one problem. And I can see the numbers counting down. I love that they do that.
So you can still see pretty well.
My central vision is in my good eye, pretty good.
Okay.
My other eye's blind. So I can see we have 8 seconds, 7 seconds.
The way I go here, I go over this way.
Yeah.
This scares me. I don't want to have to walk all over there, but I don't want to go that way.
Yeah.
So I just go this way.
Now,
You're going to go that way.
yeah, I'm going this way for a reason.
Okay.
The reason is because I did trip and fall on something a couple of years ago. It's one of those little things in the ground that the fire department uses.
Yep.
But it was up too high and it wasn't painted red. So I tripped on it and fell in the ground and smashed my shoulders and my head right into the pavers over here.
God.
And so I wanted to just show people where that is because I talk
great
about
idea.
that on different episodes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, theoretically, Mercado, if you can hear me, is following the law and that they do have a sidewalk to get me from here to, what would you say, that's 60 yards maybe to Whole Foods?
Yeah.
But in order to get there, I'd have to cross this walk, go all the way around that parking lot, over there by Ulta, etc., and then cross again.
It's crazy.
Which, if you're an elderly person, or I've got multiple sclerosis too, all of a sudden it's a quarter-mile walk to walk 40 yards.
A
But-
quarter of a mile in that case is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do this. We'll see how it goes.
I forgot my cap.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go and
You
that.
get what you got to do.
Pleasure to meet you, David.
Pleasure to meet you.
Wish you well. Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you. How about that? I always joke about on this YouTube channel that I can't make this stuff up, but here this guy saw me walking down the street with my cane, and just so happened he works for the department for the blind in Butts County, Pennsylvania. Anyway, I am supposed to go across that way and then wind around the parking lot. But I want to show you my famous fall from grace, where I took a shortcut because I don't know if you heard me speaking with him or not, but that adds a quarter mile that I would have to walk in to just get right there to Whole Foods. And so I cheat, which it's technically my fault, but I've got MS, so why would I walk a quarter mile out of my way? On top of RP, I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead, use my cane, stay close to the curb, and see what these cars do when I get there. There's one guy honking his horn, but it's not at me. For the record, it's February 11th, so don't be jealous because it's 80 degrees down here in Southwest Florida in February. Tomorrow would happen to be my mom's birthday, by the way, so she died 20 years ago, just this past week. So anyway, look up to the sky. Happy birthday, Mom. Love you. Miss you. I'll continue on my journey. Sorry, I just teared up there for a minute. But I can do this, I think. Sweeping my cane to the drainage ditch. Obviously, that's something that, if I didn't have my cane, I would probably trip down that. And here is where the famous fall from grace took place. And we'll see if there is any traffic at this intersection. So far, so good. I think I'm going to be able to pull this off. All right, here's the crosswalk. This is the thing that I wasn't using my cane the one day that I tripped on with my right foot and then smashed my head and my shoulders into these pavers here in the parking lot. Look how close this thing is. So had I fallen 6 inches, you might have thought I was making that up in the previous episode, 6 inches farther, instead of hitting my head right here, I would have hit it on this thing. These things you find around a lot now. Sadly, due to the terrorists who like to take cars and trucks and drive them into public places. And so stores and centers like Mercado here put them up so that nobody will do that, from my understanding anyway. But that is, I don't even know what you call the thing, but I am proud to say it is now painted red, and they lowered it. So that no elderly people or other people with disabilities have to trip on that like I did, because that hurt like hell, and it's still even painful just seeing it. But yeah, look at the distance here. My cane's 54 inches. It's about 5 feet. That could have been deadly had I hit that thing. So anyway, I'm gonna continue on. Now I made it safely across the street. I'm gonna put my sunglasses on because the sun is intensely bright. And I'm getting ready. I'll leave the camera running. Ah, and there are sirens. See, I could have had to encounter that. The reason being, we're about 2 miles from the hospital. So no, it's not like there's a drive-by shooting or anything going on. It means they take fire engines every time an ambulance is called. And you do hear that around here from time to time, especially in the winter months, when the snowbirds are in town, many of whom are elderly. So it could just be somebody fell and broke their hip, or it could be something much more dangerous than that. But anyway, continuing on walking through, this is Mercado. It's a beautiful nightlife and entertainment district. If you look up high, those are condos. So people live in condominiums right above the bars and the stores. We'll see what people do when I walk past them. Those two guys just did the right thing, just made sure they were out of my way. Sometimes people say hi, sometimes people assume that I can't see anything at all, and so they're kind of scared to say hi to me, understandably. But got another intersection I'm supposed to cross. I just hit a crack in the sidewalk with my cane, so that's why I'm glad in this case I'm not using the tapping technique. But you can see these things here. They're everywhere to keep people safe. This guy's nice, waiting for me to cross because he can see my cane. And had I not been using that cane, he wouldn't have just stopped and waited for a guy like me to walk across. He would have been in a hurry to get where he's going.
So the cane goes both ways. It's not just to tell you where things are, but it's to let other people know that you have a visual impairment, and you'd be amazed how courteous people really are. And so some people are looking at me but they're very friendly. I love Naples. Everybody's so friendly. They're just, you know, regular guy just walking through Mercado with his long white cane, and they are just friendly and smiley, and I love this place. I am so fortunate to have found it. I mean, my neighborhood, Naples Park, are about 1.5 miles away from my house. By the way, it's about 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning. I'm going to hear the Stu Shelton Jazz Trio, because they're fabulous. They play at the Wine Loft every Sunday for brunch. Like I said, I don't care what the genre is. If it's country and it's done well, I want to see it. If it's jazz and it's done well, I want to see it. If it's speed metal and it's done well, I want to see it. Hell, if it's polka music, I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want to love it. I mentioned in one of the episodes, or show some, we had 500 Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, you name it. It was amazing. The place I am going is right across the street there. It's called the Wine Loft. I love that place, and I'll do a commercial for them right now. The owners are so wonderful. I got to know them personally because I asked them to let me host a fundraising event for 2 years to raise money for the Lighthouse of Collier here in Collier County, which is where Naples is located. And not only did they give us full use of this amazing bar that we're going in, they made a very generous donation to the organization, so I make sure to frequent them regularly, plus the fact that I love the jazz group that plays here on Sundays. Anyway, here's some more of these things right here, but there's a crosswalk right here. All this. They also show movies on the lawn right over there. There you can see some of the condos that people live in. They're too rich for my blood. $500,000 might get you a 400 square foot studio, but they're really nice if you have that kind of money. I'm on a fixed income. Anyway. But yes, they show movies over there on the lawn. Now I need to take my sunglasses off because it's a little dark in here, and the last thing I need is more darkness. So I take my sunglasses off, get ready to walk in. Normally I don't use my cane when I go into this place because I'm here so much that I know where everything is and they know me. But as long as I'm here, I'll show you a couple things. There's one of the security personnel riding around on a Segway, and I'm hearing a clanking in the distance, which means I believe the trolley's getting ready to come through that goes through town and shows people the sights of Naples. Anyway, let's head into the Wine Loft of Naples at Mercado.
I know, that's what your mom told me.
James! James is the drummer. He's unbelievable. How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
Good to see you.
How's life with you?
Living the dream. I'm filming a video for people that have the same eye disease that I have. And I was showing them the challenges of just crossing over 41 over there by Whole Foods and then getting here. And so I started a YouTube channel for people with that specific disease to just show that the importance of when you're in a dangerous area like trying to cross US 41 over here, plus all the obstacles, what's going on. But yes, this is James Martin. I don't know if he wants the publicity or not. You're not like in the witness protection program or anything?
No.
Okay, good.
Not today.
Not today. He is, there's the trolley.
Another car guy. I went to the car show yesterday.
I was there too.
Oh, it was nice, man.
Yeah, oh.
They had some really rare stuff.
Is your car parked close by?
Yeah, but I didn't do that, you know.
But yeah, there's James' car. Okay. It's beautiful, and tell us about your car, James.
1965 Austin Healey 3000.
1965 Austin Healey 3000 convertible, and you
They
fit
were all
your
convertibles.
They were all convertibles, and you can fit your entire drum kit in there.
Yes.
Because you play a very small kit. He plays a very small kit, but gets more sounds out of it than the drummers that play with 10 drums and 20 cymbals. So stuff. Yeah, like I did with almost all my drums when I had a 1938 Slingerland Radio King set. I let
That's worth
go.
some money.
I got some fair change out of that.
I bet you did.
And then I had a 10-piece DW kit. I sold it more used than I paid for it brand new.
Yeah, they make good drums, buddy.
That helped pay for my move down here to Paradise.
God bless you.
So, anyway, I'm gonna head on inside and
Go in and have some of that
check
fire
this
water.
fire water.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna have my own cocktail. They have the David Whitney signature cocktail.
Oh, I see.
It's called. It's key lime martini with chocolate drizzle around the glass and graham cracker crust around the rim.
Wow.
And chocolate shavings on the top.
Wow.
See, yeah. I have never once mentioned that to somebody who didn't say it. That sounds really good. Look forward to hearing the show as always.
Well, we'll see.
You guys are going to start in a few minutes.
Yep.
You can play some Thelonious Monk for me, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Some Miles.
Melodious Thunk.
Melodious Thunk, yeah. Absolutely. Gotta love it. If you're a jazzer.
Melodious Thunk.
Yeah.
Thunk.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, man.
All right, this is entering the dark bar.
How you doing?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Man, always. Enjoy a good day.
Yeah, I'm filming a video.
Man, I'd love to be in it. Am I in it?
You are now.
Oh, awesome.
What? No, it's for people that have the same eye disease that I have, called Retinitis Pigmentosa. And so I was just showing the challenges of getting over here, crossing over Tamiami Trail 41, plus all the obstacles here in parking lots and things that, because I fell a couple years ago outside of Whole Foods. And so I was showing where that was. And I was bragging on Michael and Sarah here at the Wine Loft because they've been so good to me and making donations to the organization, the Lighthouse of Collier, to assist people with visual impairments and who are blind. So feel free to introduce yourself to our audience on YouTube.
My name is Trey Dudley. I'm the general manager of the Wine Loft. Love it here. We always have a great time, so thank you.
And like I said, I can't make this stuff up. Yeah, the first time I came in here, you can see it's a bit dark, and I remember there's a really nice hostess at the hostess stand, and I had never been in here before, and I couldn't see a single thing, and she just said, "Can I help you?" And I said, I'm just gonna go have a drink at the bar and listen to the jazz group that I hear is really good. And I had no idea which direction the bar was. And so I just took a guess and headed to the left, and fortunately I got it right. I had a 50-50 chance of it was either left or right. But I'm gonna shut this down now for just a minute. Go find a seat over at the bar.
Yeah, just like the little flavor. I worked in Naples. Drank sweet tea like it was going out of style. Oh, it's
Life is good today.
yes, I know. Salt is actually what we got.
Well, there you go, all my favorite RPers out there in YouTube land watching the Get Yourself Up channel. For those of us battling retinitis pigmentosa, that was episode 6. Use the Cain, avoid the pain, in case I haven't made that obvious for all these different episodes. First part, went to a car show, saw some incredible cars. We joked a little bit, or at least I did. Roger did a little bit too. About my vision, why am I going to a car show to see a bunch of Lamborghinis and Ferraris? Remember, I have RP, so I have some central vision. So, I might need somebody to tell me that I'm looking at a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a Porsche or a Lotus or whatever else we saw and explain it to me. But that was one of the domains that I always talk about, cognitive. I wanted to learn new things. Things I wasn't familiar with. I'm not a car guy. I don't own a car. Which is a good thing. No car payment, no car insurance, no repairs, no maintenance, no gas. Why would anybody want to own a car these days? Anyway, so semi-cognitive, emotional, just that I was having a good time. I was happy being there. Social, definitely hung out with some really good friends. Made sure to invite people that would be interested in that kind of thing so they would want to go. Physical, moral, there were a number of charities there taking donations for all the people, from the people like us looking at the cars. So yes, made significant donations to various charities that support different groups around Southwest Florida here. So yeah, we nailed some of the domains just going to that car show. In the second part of the video, walking across from Burger King on a Sunday morning over to Mercado, the entertainment, nightlife, shopping district, along with high-end condominiums. Went to the Wine Loft of Naples. Showed you where I almost killed myself when I tripped on that fire hose thing, whatever, out in front of Whole Foods. But, that's my proudest donation to the city of Naples and to Collier County, is if had I not tripped on that thing and fallen, it would still be this high off the ground and it still wouldn't be painted red. But I had to meet with the manager of the entire Mercado complex, show him what happened, tell him what happened, explain it all, and sure enough they lowered it to the correct height so that people wouldn't trip on it. And they painted it bright red so everybody can now see that thing that I fell on and smashed my head on the pavement, and I won't go over it all again. This close to just, I could have been killed, so anyway. But I went to the Wine Loft. I don't consider that social, even though I see some people there that I know. I just go to hear the music, and I usually hang out by myself and just read the newspaper on my Amazon Kindle, paperwhite, because it's dark in there. Doesn't look like it, interestingly, on the video, but it actually is. And I know the musicians there. I've gotten to know them since I've lived here. I know the owners, so I want to do a shout out to Michael and Sarah, because they are awesome and have made significant donations to the Lighthouse of Collier County here that helps people, blind and visually impaired people, from baby infants all the way to elderly people. And they have been so generous that I just want to thank them. So if you're ever in Naples, you want to go check out the Wine Loft of Naples for sure. They do wonderful things. So, episode 6. We hit on a few of those 5 domains that I say David's 5 domains of happiness related to RP. Not bad, not bad. Remember, use your cane, avoid the pain. Not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. See you guys next time.
And since you know the pain has its own path, just be strong because pain won't last forever.
Today, are you feeling a little alone? People's true colors are starting to show. Did you get dumped by that special someone? Or much worse off, did you lose a dear loved one? So are you feeling really down today? Cause you just learned your best friend passed away. Yet all the bullies are having a parade, and you feel like no one will ever come to your aid. Infuriated, incapacitated, so deflated, frustrated, and often just hated. Unappreciated and unmotivated, so alienated, just plain devastated. Heart's been confiscated, feel so separated. Life's too complicated, rather just get sedated. It's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. Get yourself up, 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 get yourself up. So I don't like the way that I look today. Consider myself lucky, worse could be on the way. So I think about those who are really in need, and I try to help them out as I rethink my greed. Intrinsic motivation is all that it takes, so I don't wait for others to fix my mistakes. Don't wait for an invitation, it won't arrive. It's only up to me to make myself feel alive. Infuriated, incapacitated, so deflated, frustrated, and often just hated. Unappreciated and unmotivated, so alienated, just plain devastated. Heart's been confiscated, feel so separated. Life's too complicated, rather just get sedated. It's not that you fall down, it's how you get yourself up. Get yourself up, 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 get yourself up. You got some really sad news today, dealing with a really heavy heart. You're keeping it all inside yourself, and it's starting to tear you apart. If your friends don't help you with serious stuff, they're probably not real friends at all. Look in the mirror and then ask yourself, are you really heeding my call? So be the good friend you know you should be. There are people worse off than you'll ever be. They need your help, so lend them a hand, then someone will help you and you'll understand. So elevate, invigorate, whatever their problem, help dominate. Someday looking down from up above, it's not how they fall, it's how you help them up. Get yourself up, get yourself up.